California represents is the Biden-Harris agenda on steroids.
He taxes low-income workers more than we tax millionaires and billionaires in the state of California.
Coming up at 10, it's California versus Florida. Tonight, leaders debate on who governs best.
6 people are in jail and several businesses are busted. Details on a drug bust months in the making.
And living in San Diego is getting more expensive. What a new study says you need to make to live comfortably. The 10 o'clock news starts now.
Live from the award-winning stations of KFMB, you're watching the CW San Diego. The 10 o'clock news starts right now.
It's being called the Great Red versus Blue State Debate. Tonight, California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom went head-to-head with Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis in a one-on-one debate. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us on the 10 o'clock news. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. Both governors clashed on a number of big topics, all centering around their approach to running their respective states.
Here to break it down for us is CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe, live in our studio tonight with a recap. Rocio?
Yeah, well, it was quite the debate, I have to tell you. And the Republican presidential candidate and California governor have publicly gone head-to-head with one another for years. And tonight, they finally faced off in Georgia to discuss everything from taxes, homelessness, education, the economy, and much more.
Let me ask the question.
Governor Gavin Newsom and Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis squared off in Atlanta on Fox News to discuss fundamental issues that impact the lives of Americans. Among the first topics both governors discussed was the amount of people leaving California.
The reality is they have failed because of his leftist ideology. In the last 10 years, we've had a 45% decline in homelessness. California's had a 45% increase in homelessness.
I think it's an interesting campaign strategy for Ron DeSantis to be bashing a state of 40 million Americans when California simply has no peers.
The debate was moderated by Fox News host Sean Hannity, who pressed both governors over taxes and the economy.
California has lower taxes, lower than 32 states, for working families in the middle class. He taxes low-income workers more than we tax millionaires and billionaires.
Are people going from Florida to New York because they pay less taxes? Of course not. They come to Florida because they pay lower taxes. How many people are able to afford groceries now compared to what you were doing 3 or 4 years ago?
Newsom and DeSantis also weighed in on immigration, with DeSantis blaming the Biden administration for the handling of the border.
Joe Biden is sitting on his hands. He refuses to take care of the border. He refuses to hold the drug cartels accountable. This is the vision of Biden, Harris, Newsom. Open borders.
Meanwhile, Newsom defended President Biden and believes the border is secure. When it came down to abortion, Newsom called out DeSantis for passing tough restrictions on women and reproductive rights in Florida.
Ron DeSantis has signed the most extreme anti-abortion bills in America.
Well, I believe in a culture of life. I think we're better off when everybody counts.
The governors also took on crime in their respective states.
He has a 66% higher gun death rate than the state of California.
In a lot of these places in California, everything's under lock and key because they basically legalized retail theft. They have chosen in California to put the interests of the criminals over public safety.
Now, among the other topics they tackled include gas prices and big oil. Now, regarding education, DeSantis believes he stands on the rights of parents, while Newsom argued that banning books only continues to divide the country. And one thing to note here is that Governor DeSantis is running for president, while Newsom, he's not. He insists that he supports President Biden in his re-election campaign.